Spoilers for BFDIA 14 2020. If you've already watched the episode, feel free to stay. To those who have not watched it, watch it. It's a good episode. Anyways, let's get this review started already.
Pointy, pointy, pointy! My point is sharp and pointy!
If this video came out many months before and was not put under a coma for a very long time, I would have given pointy the high score that it deserves. But now that times have changed, and also the fact that I got to watch the amazing digital circus, it unfortunately won't be the case anymore. So sorry to all of you guys who are expecting me to give pointy the love that it deserves. It's still good though. With that being said, the first day minutes of this episode is really boring. From some very odd no-nins to some really unfunny jokes. It feels very sauceless compared to the other weaker episodes that had better scenes. It's not the worst 9 minutes of the entire series because it does have some nice setups. And it also does a really good job on showing us the new version of Rin. But other than that, it's still a very sauceless opening to the episode. But what about the rest of the episode? Is it better than the previous 8 minutes? Of course it is! The rest of the episode is dedicated to the challenge, which may just be one of my favorite challenges of the entire— Wait a minute, this seems familiar. I'm starting to realize that this is just BFDIA 6 again. Oh whatever, BFDIA 6 is already a banger of an episode, and it still has more differences than BFDIA 16 is to BFDIA 10. You know what? Screw it. If this is pretty much just BFDIA 6 again, then this is gonna be an absolute banger. Almost every joke throughout this sequence is funny. Everything throughout this sequence is clever. I like a scene where Tennis Ball creates an oil rig to get fuel, which ends up being a problem for one of the duos, which makes a nice lesson about the ecosystem and how we mess around with it like this. By the way, every island in this episode is interesting. Each island has a unique challenge within them that really makes it stand out. The donut challenge is about getting fuel for the jetpack. The door challenge is about the contestants trying to eat an island, which is a really fun idea that was executed perfectly. The teardrop challenge is about stalking chatterboxes, which is also a very creative idea that was done perfectly well. It's like if the writers became genius for just this one episode. Oh yeah, and speak of the devil, Bubble is back. And this time around, she's an actual character this time. And I honestly think she's as fun as she were in the classic episodes. I'm just gonna remind you again that the jokes are funny. Like, really funny. Like it generally has so much more of a personality than the previous episode that came out literally last month. Obviously, I'm referring to Tigua 12. Oh yeah, and there's also that Shrek 2 reference too, in case you're curious as to why I'm playing Holding Out for a Hero as the background music. It even ends in a similar way too. By the way, I love how each of the islands have a little souvenir. It's honestly a very nice detail. Anyways, the next challenge is to make a platform stable enough to go to the next island, which is honestly the most tame of the mini challenges. And lastly, the golf goal challenge is to sing a nice lullaby, which is a very nice cherry on top of this amazing challenge. Oh, and I guess Evil Leafy is here too. She's fine, and she's just fair, I guess. But do you want to know something that is not fine, but instead awesome? Well, just listen.
I dreamed a dream where no one called me. You dreamed a dream where nobody called you puppy. We dreamed a dream of a world with no name calling. Only there can we sleep peacefully on islands calling. That was beautiful. You pass.
You know I'm gonna be putting this in my top 10 favorite scenes from the BFDIA episode. But that does not deny the absolute beauty of the next scene. If I had a nickel for every time the scene from BFDIA 14 will be in my top 10 favorite scenes from the BFDIA episode, I'd have 2 nickels. You still can't deny just how much I love this scene so much. And that's pretty much it for Pointy. I honestly still think that this is a really good episode. Sure, the first 8 minutes may be lackluster, and my main culprit for why it's an 8 out of 10 episode, but in spite of that, and with its amazing character dynamics, it still stands as one of my favorite episodes of the entire season. And since there are episodes that are even better than this episode, you know that I'm gonna have an absolute fun time. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it by the end.